So you want to make a game, maybe like this, or like this. Well, you can't. Not yet at least. But that's no worries, because that's what today's video is for. How to make a video game. Okay, step 1, create a concept. This concept needs to be as big as possible. Think bigger. Your first game should be like an open world MMORPG. Why? Well, these games are easy to make, only require a small team, and you have hundreds of overpriced microtransactions. Easy money. Step 2, get the concept art done before you design the game's mechanics. You should only design the game's mechanics after you've made the art. People are superficial. Make game pretty, people pay for the game, pretty game make money. And once you have your idea, it's time to choose a game engine. You can pick whatever you want. Some noobs will recommend you to use Unity or Unreal, but something like Scratch or Roblox Studio are the easiest and best options to get started on a project like this. Just like Rome, games are built in a day, so make sure you spend as little time on the game as possible so your community gets it much faster. Okay, step 3, or whatever I am up to, it's time to start modeling and optimizing your assets. Now, spending time modeling and optimizing the 3D models is a massive waste. So we highly recommend using assets from the asset store. Tons of games do this, and you should be one of them. You'll save so much time. Now, for my favorite part, the character design. If you're struggling with character design, we'd like to introduce 60 pounds of personality. You have to make sure that your characters are as appealing as possible. Oh, and don't forget to make sure they're accompanied by a sidekick that makes you escort them everywhere at a really slow speed. Oh, and don't forget to make sure the mission restarts every time you leave them. That way the character can really take in their surroundings. Did somebody say money? Well, that's step 4. Now, you might get to the point and think, geez, we have no money at all. Well, don't worry, if there's something that players love, it's clicking things. That's right, make sure your game has lots of pop-up ads and special offers. Oh, and don't forget advertisements for gambling. Speaking of gambling, players love gacha. Gacha is where you take everyone's favorite characters and items and put them behind a massive paywall. And that's the secret to making players super addicted to your game. I mean, come on, why spend money on materialistic things when you can have every gamer's dream? An in-game waifu. Oh, and also, make sure you promise as much as you can on a Kickstarter campaign, but don't actually deliver 80% of it. Trust me, players love this. It actually shows how ambitious your studio is. Okay, so now it's time to put it all together. Everybody loves spaghetti, right? So make sure your code resembles a nice Italian bolognese. Okay, so playtesting in particular is useless. Why waste time paying people to play a game when you can just do it yourself? I mean, you're the game developer, what would they know that you wouldn't? And then it's time to ship the game. Once it's done, make sure you spam your game to every possible platform so every players know. So I'm talking about group chats, I'm talking about Discords, I'm talking about everything. Make sure everyone knows that your game exists. Oh, and remember, if anyone complains about the game, just remind them that you're an indie company. Trust me, your resources are limited. Riot Games does this, and hey, it works for them, right? Their client doesn't even work, it's buggy as hell. And players are also wrong, so we just choose to ignore that. And that's everything for today's videos, guys. I hope you learned so much from this, and... Huh? What? Oh, wait, was this supposed to be a video about how to make an indie game? Oh, yeah, I don't know if this... Okay, I may or may not have told everyone what not to do. Yeah, hopefully they don't follow it, right? Surely they wouldn't, no one would follow this, right? Yeah, okay, cool, good. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know it was obviously quite different to the usual devlogs we wanted to do, but I thought we would just try a different approach, a bit more of a meme kind of style. But if you actually are interested in game development or seeing our progress of our game Miszou, our devlogs will be pretty much somewhere on the screen. I'm pointing, but you can't actually see my face. I don't know why I'm doing it. But yeah, check us out. Also join our Discords, check out our social medias as well. And yeah, thanks so much for your support, guys. Stay tuned for next week. Bye.